perhaps not the best lit corner, but nonetheless something that I labored over intensively. They're all intensively labored over.
Why the modern time?
Well, it just had a kind of uniform. I painted a section out and repainted it in there. I'm employing the grid there, and from a kind of neoplastic sensibility, I have gradually evolved it into a kind of what I feel is a native West Coast motive, Well, here we are at Emily Carr House, and a beautiful late May afternoon, and we're visiting my exhibition of works that I've been occupied with for the past year or more in some cases, and the show's titled Flowers for Emily. Hence, you'll get a lot of still life depicting the imagery of flowers, florals. And I should hasten to add that I feel very honored to exhibit in this birthplace of Emily Carr. She is one of Canada's true moderns, and if you read just a little of her life, she was extremely energetic. And she needed to be, because the West here is often negated through the central focus in central areas such as Toronto or New York, Mexico for all that matter. But that said, I find her a great inspiration. So these works, being floral, they gained their own inception from my earlier studies of the archetypal plant, which I have tried to give some progression to. Whereas in 1924, after many years of research and investigation, Rudolf Steiner, he painted what is known as the archetypal plant at an agricultural conference. And this is seemingly really simple, but it has a very definite dynamic in the polar opposites of the light and dark spectrum of color. So I have carried this into a more, what appears to be a traditional still life setting, but I have kept the color components as I would say, as primal, pure as possible. So if you'd like to kind of examine some of the works, for example, many of them are kind of two-pronged vases, which I've called univase, as depicting it's a play, it's somewhat of a pun, a play on word, but I was very pleased to come up with it. I was just kind of drawing as I usually do in the morning time, and I came upon this schema, and I thought, this will work with the plant. So I've carried this into my painting, and I've been doing these for the past year and a half, and it's been a very fruitful series, I think, because I've been able to fiddle around with the concave and the convex of the vase and do geometry, etc. And I hope that and the general motive of rejuvenation that we have in the symbol of the plant has been a very fruitful motive, not just in this particular series, but throughout my career. That's perhaps all I can really say at this point. I don't feel I have much more to add.